Hello there, my very good friends. On this wrestling news video, no, Brock Lesnar has not been legally cleared.
Roman Reigns is set to disappear from WWE.
Original plans for Seth Rollins at SummerSlam have been revealed.
And Dustin Rhodes to get 2 new knees. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the After News.
Oh, we're going to have a fight.
We did sort of scissoring there.
That was violent. Nah, you're Billy Gunn. I'm Bowens.
Fair enough.
Who's Max Caster then, in that case?
I wish I could be Max Caster.
Probably the eel. Let's talk about Brock Lesnar again. So Fightful have a new report up, and it kind of follows on from something that Dave Meltzer reported earlier this week. Actually, on the Wrestling Observer Radio after SummerSlam, that's the name of the pay-per-view, Dave reported that WWE legal cleared Brock Lesnar to return to the company 4 weeks ago. Some people took this as Brock Lesnar has been legally cleared in the Janelle Grant suit.
Vindicated, yeah.
Which is not the case. Not the case. So Fightful have covered this a little bit. They noted that WWE's legal department, they signed off on the return. That's what WWE legal have cleared Brock Lesnar means. It doesn't mean WWE legal do not decide what happens in a court of law.
No.
They are not the judge.
They can't see the future.
Yeah, the Janelle Grant lawsuit is still open, and Brock Lesnar's name is cited 44 times in that. So they note as well that the phrasing WWE's legal team cleared, people have led themselves to believe that he's been cleared of all, the things in there. He's not a defendant in the lawsuit. He's not being prosecuted or anything like that.
The allegations are horrible, though.
Yeah, he's just named it. Yeah, he's basically being accused of being a participant or a potential participant in human trafficking of Janelle Grant. It's brutal stuff. He's still in that lawsuit, right? That's still ongoing. The case hasn't been settled. It hasn't been closed. So let's just kind of clear that up straight away. I think a lot of people have gotten confused. I think it's just taking the phrase the wrong way kind of thing. He has not been cleared. What happened was that WWE legal said, yes, you can return. They don't judge the court case. That's not how it works. Apparently, Grant's legal team as well are expecting more things to emerge in discovery, which is the phase in a trial or a lawsuit where everything gets handed over. The text, the emails, the messages, whatever. Now, Fightful continue talking about some wrestling stuff here, mentioning that there have been a lot of questions on how WWE would handle a Brock Lesnar return since he was first referenced in this lawsuit. Apparently around WrestleMania, there was another reporter who was convinced that Lesnar was going to return at WrestleMania in Philly. A WWE higher-up told Fightful very blatantly that would not be happening anytime soon.
Would have ruined WrestleMania XL, that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have. And it didn't happen for another 16 months, of course. Now, all throughout 2024, when Fightful asked about Brock, they would say he was nowhere near returning. One employee apparently said that Brock wasn't going to be included in any video packages or promo pieces. Me speculating, this isn't part of the report, but that sounds like an edict to me, like don't do this, don't put him in these things.
The closest you came, I was fairly certain that Cody Rhodes referenced beating a beast at one point in a promo, didn't he? And that was the most you got. Yeah,
exactly. And beast is a fairly ubiquitous word. Apparently, the only other recent name... actually, I'll let you guess. What was the other recent name in WWE that they've told not to include in packages and stuff? I wonder if you get this. It's really
Del
tough.
Rio?
Vince McMahon.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, there you go. Apparently, the Brock element of that has softened in recent weeks, which makes sense because WWE's legal team decreed that it was okay for him to return to the company. That would free him up to be in packages as well. So there's no word on when we'll see him next. Maybe what's the Friday show called? SmackDown.
Yes.
What's the show I've been watching for 26 years called? Maybe on SmackDown this Friday. We know John Cena's going to be on it.
There, yeah.
Cena's babyface. It's interesting stuff as well, to where Triple H was like, "Oh, John Cena wanted to work with him." John Cena kind of disputed that a little bit yesterday.
Okay.
He said they deal the hands, I play them, or something to that effect, insinuating that he's given stuff and then he works with it. So yeah, maybe Brock is on Friday. Who knows? But yeah, that's the Fightful report.
Yeah, a quick word on that, by the way. I think it's fair to say, in terms of like John Cena's legacy, Brock Lesnar is a big part of that. But I think had you not included him in this retirement run, I don't think anyone would have been like, well, they've missed the big thing out there, really. Sure. It would be more like a Randy Orton or things like that they've obviously already done, for me personally. But, with regards to this whole thing, I think, people are just getting a little bit confused with it all, or I think deliberately misinterpreting it, to be honest, because, when I heard, there was speculation initially, and then when it was confirmed that, WWE Legal had cleared him from, was it Meltzer who first said this?
Yes.
Yeah. I took it as that. I took it not as them going, well, this case is going to be over in 2 days, so we might as well bring him back now. I took it as them basically taking legal advice on the lay of the land of like, how do you think this is going to play out? We have seen how this has played out in the court of public opinion and what have you. And we've talked already about how with almost any scandal, it feels like in wrestling, give it enough time, give enough other stuff happening, and you can just sort of plow forward. It's the never say never principle
what they
with
do,
wrestling. So there's that aspect to it. I think, basically they've gone to WWE's legal team and gone, look, everyone is aware of these 44 mentions of Brock Lesnar and the allegations towards him. We are okay morally with still having him working within the company. We think we can get that by our audience.
We think we can get away with it. Yeah.
What do you think legally is going to happen going forward? And by the sounds of it, they've gone, as things stand right now, I think legally you're all right. Because basically you don't want to bring someone back and then there'd be some huge other aspect to this Janelle Grant. It's bad enough as it is, to be honest. And with regards to Brock and what happens with him going forward within WWE, I know that's all secondary to what we're talking about here, you kind of have to sort of go against the usual booking of Brock. Because Brock, it's like, it's the big shows, isn't it? It was always, he'd miss the B-level pay-per-views when he was world champion because it was like, well, I'm not going to work, Great Balls of Fire or whatever.
He did?
Well, he did work that one, actually, to be fair. Stomping Grounds, there you go. However, you're on a clock here with John Cena. You've got a limited number of appearances. You've got a limited number of pay-per-views. I'm not suggesting necessarily they're going to do this straight away in like Clash in Paris. It feels like maybe they might try and delay it till Perth, till Australia, Crown Jewel. Because if you look beyond that and you think, well, what's the next really big one? That's Survivor Series. That's November. Yeah. So you're really limiting yourself in terms of like, well, yes, John Cena could do stuff in the interim, but everyone would always be thinking about the Brock aspect.
And he's got limited dates.
Yes.
And his retirement, I believe, is like the middle of December.
Yes.
So after Survivor Series, you don't have much time left.
No, unless they just create a new pay-per-view, which may well happen.
Yeah.
I think I saw some speculation online as well. I don't know how true this is or whether this is just someone tweeting something. I've just seen it about Brock potentially having a final appearance at WrestleMania in Minnesota. Something like that.
Possibly.
Also, no, is it SummerSlam that's in Minnesota? Next year's SummerSlam's in Minnesota.
Don't ask me to remember stuff.
No.
It doesn't work.
But a big show for if they're going to do a big retirement angle for Brock. But I think this is very much sort of an ongoing thing, and they're judging it by how people have reacted.
The return is a big deal, and you know what else is a big deal, baby?
What?
76% off NordVPN. You sign up now. You get 4 months for free. You get up to a $50 Amazon gift card. Folks, we don't know how much longer this is going to run for, right? We've been doing it for a month and a half. Mid-August is what we've been told. Don't delay. Sign up today. Tell me more rhymes that I can do on the news.
It's the first thing I put on my birthday list. If anyone wants to get me a birthday present from my extended family, get me some NordVPN. It's a great deal.
Get one for your
absolute
mum.
Steal.
Buy your mother a NordVPN. Buy your father a NordVPN. It's like
dog.
Dog needs it.
Dogs like watching American Netflix just as much as everybody else.
You never know what them dogs are up to online, tapping the computers with it, licking the screen and stuff.
Speaking of big dogs, segue.
Boom, boom, boom.
Roman Reigns, he obviously won alongside Jey Uso at SummerSlam and then got his ass handed to him by what I think we're calling the Vision now. Seth Rollins' stable. Seth, Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman for the time being at least, of course. But yes, he was involved in the angle at the end of Raw where there was the match of the LA Night that got thrown out because CM Punk got involved. Jey Uso couldn't be asked to save Roman Reigns or CM Punk apparently because Roman Reigns came out and he also got destroyed, hit with several tsunamis and a super spear from Bron Breakker as well. And no surprise here that we get the reports that is a way to write him off television to go and film Street Fighter according to Wrestling Observer Radio. This cast for Street Fighter is very exciting.
It's funny, isn't it?
Roman Reigns is set to play Akuma in Street Fighter.
Indeed.
You also have people like 50 Cent, who's going to be playing Balrog. Jason Momoa is playing Blanca. Cody Rhodes, of course, playing Guile. And Hiroki Goto playing E. Honda. It is a weird Weird film. We were looking as well about who's playing Dalsum, and that is an actor called, I don't know them personally, but Vidyut Jamwal. It is a real flashback to our childhoods, this, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bunch of names you heard of. It's pretty cool.
I watched the Mortal Kombat trailer as well the other day. It looks really good.
Yeah. Hopefully these films are just stupid fun.
Yeah.
So Cody will presumably be taking a bit of time as well at some stage.
Yeah.
If he's playing Guile. Guile's quite a big character in that gaming universe.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2 is a pretty important part of my gaming childhood on the Mega Drive.
Was Kylie Minogue in one of the Street Fighters?
She was, yeah. And Van Damme, I think?
Yes.
I've not actually seen the Street Fighter movie, but the games...
Oh,
I love them. We often play them because we usually go to a retro gaming place for our Christmas nights out these days.
4 quarters. Shout out.
And exactly, good pizza too. And usually we have a few rounds of Street Fighter. Michael Sidgwick is a demon at it.
Yeah.
My usual tactic for Street Fighter is to go Honda and just spam the thing he does where he moves forward. He's doing this, but once you figure out how to beat that, it's quite easy. Especially if you're a Dalsum, you can just go.
Yeah, he was always. I distinctly remember as a child playing that in an arcade, either like at a service station or at the seaside or something. Yeah. And I was very naive, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll just fight any random Dalsum.
Yeah.
Well, you have wasted 50p, innit?
It's stretching, chief.
Got my ass handed to me.
He's like a sniper from across the other side.
I was always way better at Tekken. Tekken 3 was my game. Eddie from Tekken 3.
The tree guy.
The
tree guy rules. Treebeard, that's his name.
Yes, that's the one.
That's the one. Anyway, who's Eddie again?
The breakdancing one.
Oh,
yeah. That's what I do. I just do the spinning one and keep him up in the air.
You have beat ass with Eddie in the office before. We got one of them. What are they called? The tiny PlayStations with all the old games.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
With all the old games on them.
I distinctly remember as a child as well playing Eddie so much. I think the sort of spinny move that he did was like circle and X or X and circle, and I rubbed the skin off my thumb because I did it too much.
It serves you right for using a flippy guy. Eddie's killing the business with these spins.
What was the name of that? Let me know in the comments. What was the name of that dinosaur that would just fart? My mate used to play as him, and I'd never get near him.
I think that's Natalia, mate. That was really mean. Sorry, Natalia, I didn't mean it. But she did have a farting gimmick at one point.
Yes. Now she just kicks ass in Bloodsport.
She just mauls people. It's pretty fun. Right. Do you want to hear about the original plans for Seth the Chef Rollins at SummerSlam?
Go on.
He's going to fight LA Knight for the title, yeah. There you go. Got that in the right order. So apparently, on the original card for SummerSlam, there was a bit of an asterisk. WWE were apparently considering doing Seth cashing in on Saturday, he'd win the title, and then defend it on Sunday against LA Knight. Yes. That obviously did not end up happening. Rollins did cash in on CM Punk, and he won the belt. But they ended up doing the LA Knight match on Raw. It ended in DQ. CM Punk came down, he interfered, attacked Rollins, so Rollins retained. This is according to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, by the way. He noted that although this SummerSlam idea was considered, apparently the Raw match had been planned for a few weeks before as well. So it doesn't sound like this was a sudden last-minute change or anything like that. I think this made a little bit more sense, right? Because like weekly TV is more open to impromptu things and like matches being booked on the fly and stuff. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? You decide. It's up to you. Also, I'm a fan of putting big matches on TV sometimes. Also, Adam Pearce had a very busy night.
He did.
Every second segment on Raw was Adam Pearce pissed off.
It was like 3 or 4 impromptu matches, 2 of which were titles. Yeah.
He was fuming all night. He was just like, shut up, you're in a match.
I hope he only does work one day a week, because that's enough, isn't it, for his blood pressure?
Too much stress for the bald king. But yeah, there you go. Originally, they were going to have that match on night 2. They pivoted away from that, and they did that on Raw.
It's a cool idea. I don't think it needed it, to be honest. I thought SummerSlam, be honest, blew WrestleMania out of the water. And I think you can still do this again. I know they've done it. They did the Saturday Night's Main Event one with the knee stuff, and then they had the match. But he went to a DQ. I know that would technically mean that Rollins wins because he was the one who got attacked, of course, and he retains the title regardless.
Naughty.
But I would not be surprised if they run it back, at Clash in Paris or in Perth or whatever, because LA Knight's still super over, and he could sit there and say, well, you've never beaten me, Seth. And I think with the Cody, you wouldn't have needed it on night 2 with the Cody Cena and obviously the Brock stuff. It would have been completely overshadowed, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
it's a needless throwaway. Whereas I think saving it for another big show, I think probably Perth, but I don't know.
One devil's advocate thing I might say about that is that, hey, it would have probably been a straight up match. And there was a lot of like no DQ.
There was a lot of Stip City Jones, wasn't it, on Sunday?
Stip Man Johnston was in full effect on Sunday. Not just like...
I'm surprised they ran out of tables.
I know, cage matches, TLCs, a triple threat obviously has no disqualifications and stuff in it.
No DQ or whatever it was, no count out match with Becky and Lyra too.
Of course. And then you had like some heavy gimmickry with... Was AJ versus Dom night 2?
AJ versus Dom was, it was night 2. It was the semi-main, basically.
I had all the Eddie Guerrero stuff. So, like, there was some really heavily gimmicked matches. If you just had a straight-up wrestling match, it might have broken it up a little bit, maybe. But I agree. I think the shows were not too long at all.
No.
So adding another one is a bit like, why risk it?
Yeah, they was giving Cody and Cena went, 40-odd minutes, it felt like?
37.
Plenty of time,
Long match. But Cena was really good in that.
It was brilliant, yeah. It was a real redemption for him, wasn't it?
I'm happy to talk about that after calling him washed about 20 times over the past 2 years or so. So good. No, he was really good.
Yeah, absolutely. Finally, some sad, scary, but hopefully, like, in the distance, hopeful news with regards to Dustin Rhodes. Obviously, he won the TNT title and subsequently dropped it in a 5-star match to Carl Fletcher on Collision.
Did they have 5 stars?
Got 5 stars from Dave.
Okay.
Congratulations to them. But unfortunately, part of the reason why it was such a brief title reign for Dustin, it was revealed by him on social media, saying, "Knees are both destroyed. I have to go under the knife on August 21st. They can't actually fix the damage, so we're getting 2 knee replacements. Damn, hashtag keep stepping. By the way, this is not the end. I hope not. Love Dustin Rhodes."
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare.
Oh, awful.
2 knee replacements. Look, Dustin Rhodes is a tough guy, obviously. But that sounds horrendous. I think that when I first saw him tweeting after the match where he was like, I'm in bad shape, Kyle destroyed my knees, I was like, Dustin's working.
Yeah.
He's going to go away for a while and then come back and be fired up, because that's what Dustin Rhodes does. He's a fired up guy. But yeah, this sounds horrible. Double knee replacement. My dad had a knee replacement at like 65, and the recovery from that it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. You're like learning how to walk again, basically.
It's nice to have the other leg to depend on.
Yeah, but if you're getting both done, I can't imagine they'd do them at the same time. Would they? I don't know. That would be... Poor guy. Look, he's been wrestling for ages.
Yeah.
40 years? Something like that. Since the 80s.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
He's been wrestling since the 80s. He's had a long, tough career. Obviously, his body's going to be wear and tear all over the place. But I really thought the Kyle match was excellent.
It's pretty impressive. He's on the verge of double knee replacement. He gets a 5-star match. It was, Kyle whipped his ass.
Yeah, for sure.
Carl Fletcher's awesome.
He went after his knee with a screwdriver, for goodness sake.
Could have just done it for him there and then.
Yeah.
Saved him a bit of time.
Yeah, here's a new one. Stick it in. That's probably a DQ.
It's not really a heel thing to do, is it? Oh my God, he's helping with the knee replacement. So
although you can do it because it was a death match or a street fight or whatever it was. I think the Dave throws out 5-star ratings like candy these days. I think there should at most be like 1 or 2 a year.
Yes.
But I did think it was a really great match. I loved it. I love Dustin, and I think that Kyle is the future of AEW.
Yeah.
So, it was really
incredible transformation he's gone under, because I remember the skinny little kid that was in Aussie Open, and now he's... look at him.
You go from like All In 2023 when they were just jobbing out him and Mark Davis to where Kyle is today. It's remarkable. He's awesome. And also the coolest thing about Kyle is that he's bringing back an old style of healing as well. Earnest, playing to the crowd. His first instinct in every match once he gets the advantage isn't to like do 70 moves, it's to flex and shout stuff and go, you suck, and things. I love that. It's like bringing back to the old school. Obviously, he can still do all the crazy moves and stuff.
Absolutely.
But that's not his first instinct, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Get well soon to Dustin Rhodes. Hope the recovery
Love
goes
Dustin.
well. Yeah.
One of my favourites of all time. So.
Well, in the interim, Dustin, whilst you're resting up, you know what you can do?
You can watch this big, chunky... Hey, Dustin Rhodes, do you want to learn about Steve Austin versus The Rock?
Ever heard about wrestling, Dustin?
Yeah. Guy who's been in wrestling all of his life. I love Dustin.
Give it a click, go on. Yeah. Even if your name's not Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, maybe your name's Cody Rhodes.
Bye.
Learn your history, Cody.